Hello, Taurus. Thank you for joining us. This is Pastor Rosemary coming to you from ANSARA Angels Ave. This Angelscope is for both Taurus Sun and Taurus Moon. These are your December 2014 Christian Angel Answers from your Taurus Angel Asmodel, who resides over fixed Earth. Taurus leaves November behind getting an inkling that there must be a way to make things work out better in my life. Taurus, your heels are dug in deeply in December, with your mind focusing on the horizon, which gives you good reason to count your blessings and try again to gain the things you want from life this month. Now, before we get on with the transmission regarding what your angel Asmodel has to transmit to you this month, just two explanations, or in order. One is that when we do these transmissions, the angel of the Lord is speaking in general about the month, but it's mixed with the conversation he's having with your angel, which is Asmodel. So it's kind of what the angel of the Lord is saying, then mixed with what he and Asmodel are talking about, kind of like if you put, food coloring in a water or something like that, or flavor in a water, something like that. But when we get down to Taurus love matters and Taurus money matters and Taurus health matters, then we focus only on Taurus and Asmodel, your angel, and that will be specific and unique and distinct only for you. Excuse me. The other thing is that before we get into the body of this, we're just going to read to you the question and answer quickly from the person who won their angel answer to be read on the air, who won the lottery. Okay, so here we go. It's backup trans 31 says, "Hi, I'm a Sag, and I guess that would mean that I'm blessed by Philip, or the Apostle Philip, whatever you call him in your training video. I'm Roman Catholic, and in our tradition, this Apostle's feast day is in May on the 3rd of the month." Okay, you're right on the money. And that is on the 1st of the month for the Anglicans and the Lutherans. Made. However, for the Eastern Orthodox, it's November 14th. Not that we're Eastern Orthodox, we're Roman Catholic, and that's our high school education. However, our formal degrees are in Rosicrucianism. And much to my surprise, Rosicrucianism does match the Eastern Orthodox system. So we all learned something. Okay, so thank you for that. Okay, now Taurus, continuing with your Asmodel transmission. Okay. Now this month, the bull's half human, half bull fixed earth nature sees just how much you have acquired for yourself and those you want to inherit your good fortune in the month of December. Taurus should take bountiful notice of the sun shining its watery light in the northern hemisphere on the sign of the Apostle Philip, known as Sagittarius the Archer. So Sagittarius moon is the Apostle Philip, or also Chiron moon, taking an exact measure. The high trajectory of this cold moon, or Chiron moon, on the 6th of December, 1227 UTC, or Coordinated Universal Time, like what they have in London. The sun will be oppositely low in the sky, with midwinter bringing what is known as the Achilles moon, or long night moon, so beloved in the ancient legends, where Achilles is known to have decapitated Apollo to rescue Helen of Troy, the Selene moon. If you reside in the southern hemisphere, Taurus, the solar and lunar behavior of your chart will be reversed, and therefore northern hemisphere influences of the sign of Taurus will become amazingly anticipated by your strong mental capacity with great promise for the thriving of businesses, relationships, and what have you this month. Taurus will pay close attention to your Leo friends, family, or love interests in December, due to the solar activity respectively in the northern or southern parts of the globe, with the bull losing similitude with lions, living in the north while seeking out those languishing in the southern regions of the planet. Because, you're going to have, more in common with the ones in the south, because the sun is peaking there, where in the north the sun is quite the opposite, going under for 3 days, under the horizon, down in the Tuat region. Bulls affected by the regions of the southern hemisphere take notice of those who go against the flow of modern trends and attempt to inspire self-assurance upon those lines attached to solar disk activity as the sun peaks down under. Bulls in the northern regions will feel an insightful, empathetic coaxing from the cold wetness of the moon, with your ruling planet Venus linking her soft light along with a lunar blurring of your usual logic by her peaking upon the horizon this month. This is where Christian astrocartography comes in handy, Taurus, for you and those that you care the most about, and those you want to protect and care for and provide for. Because if knowing when someone's born is one thing, of course it's very important, but also knowing where they've lived and if they want to go somewhere, how the energy of that place is going to affect them and further chisel them out. Because everywhere you've been has chiseled you out and had a profound effect on you. And we are experts in Christian astrocartography, Taurus, so stay tuned in December. Okay. Taurus, your positive thoughts and blessings are being rightly focused and attenuated by divine providence and Jesus Christ, who is the great alchemist of the universe, through the planetary influences of your chart this month. Bulls in the northern hemisphere will find themselves in the alchemical stage of the bain-marie, which is a soothing bath meant to derive all the mercury of your spirit, your best traits to be put aside for use when it becomes necessary for the edification of others who will need your gifts of purposeful and understanding light. Now, this process of your body of light becoming ever more vivified, leading to great happiness in the world, has come to a point where, it's well, you're doing well in the here and now. You no longer have to wait for things to come to a better circumstance. Very, very quickly here, you're going to find a great deluge of relief. And this thing of, when am I going to get all the things that I want? It's here. You just have to let it come and not block it when it comes. Okay. All right. Taurus persons living in the southern hemisphere will undergo the alchemical substage of calcination, great roasting of the cinnabar of the ego, held within the sublime main stage of dissolution, where this great alchemist called the Lord Jesus Christ. That's who the King of the universe is, the great alchemist, Jesus Christ, who tempers you, in different, into different stages, different alchemical stages, to bring you to bring out that seed of gold and affect others with that seed of gold, that immortality, that golden heart. So the Lord Jesus Christ will submit to do this, your ego, and will to his, and cheerfully, in a way that is more long-lasting and eventful. So, you want something to happen. And remember, these things are happening, and they are going to come in great waves. So you need to let them happen and not block them. Ordinary people will not behave so well, however. You see, people who are spiritually, who understand spiritually what's going on, have an ability to look on the bright side, but it's not just glass half full, half empty. It's sort of, the whole glass is full. So, these waves are going to come at you. So you need to allow them to come. The great washing. Yeah? Now, the bull's ego will be further dissolved in favor of your body of light. And here, the struggle between the soul and the ego will begin to make a lot more sense. Gleefully use the intelligence of the Apostle Philip to bring peace to your mind in your life, Taurus. Meditate upon John chapter 14, verse 8. Lord, show us the Father. And that will be enough for us. The Father is God consciousness associated with water. Philip means lover of horses. Horses are associated with water and also with the Horsehead Nebula in the constellation of Orion, where the Messiah is meant to come through into our dimension to elevate us. Don't forget to recognize your Sagittarius friends and family whose birthday rests on the dates from November 22nd through December 22nd. And don't forget to give birthday greetings and gifts to your Archer friends and family. It's their time. Recognize Sagittarius, the Archer. The goddess Sekhmet takes over from the god Wadjet this month with her warlike influence being felt to the 26th of the month in the ancient Egyptian astrological system. We've discussed with you how the ancient Egyptian astrological system, of which Moses was a prince of and learned all of that. Now, it was the Ark of the Covenant was taken from Egypt, right? By the children of Israel, it was taken from Egypt. That's where they got it from. And the two cherubs that sit on the top of it, those were two goddesses at one time, facing each other. So they got it from there. Now, the ancient religion of Judaism was a pagan religion. All moon religions were pagan religions. And then Zoroaster had the first monotheistic religion of the sun. Lunar, back of head, Kof, front of head, Resh, solar, consciousness, subconscious, conscious. So the monotheistic religions of the sun are to bring the conscious mind online. In the evolution of consciousness from Julian James, The Origins of Consciousness in the Bicameral Mind. The pineal gland is vivified in Egypt. Messiah means he was anointed with crocodile oil, the pharaoh, the Fuda, the president, the first one. Messiah. Christ means he who is anointed with crocodile oil. That's what it means. It's from the pharaohs. That's what it means. Jesus Barabbas, Jesus Sirach. Christ is not a name. Christ is a position. It is an anointing with oil. Okay? So when the pineal gland comes online and is vivified through the spinal column and all of the oils and hormones and the elixir of life, being bathing the brain, being squirted out, and bathing the brain in these immortalizing elixirs. It comes through Metatron's spinal column, 49 days to go from one incarnation to another, or when the pineal gland is vivified and comes online and bathed in these things, then that's Christ consciousness, and you become Christ, you become Jesus Christ, and then you don't have to reincarnate anymore, but you live in the eternal now. Okay, that's heaven. For those that have built the screen for that, or the vessel for that. Okay, continuing with Asmodeel's conversation with the angel of the Lord. Your ruling planet of Venus, Taurus, is susceptible to concerned thoughts in regard to modern warfare, which includes both code writing abilities and pure king of the mountain instincts. Hot temperamental anger no longer wins wars, luckily, for war is not the same as it once was. The sign of Cancer, the crab, will be elevated this month, Taurus, if you live in the northern hemisphere due to the aforementioned moon riding high on the horizon in December. For bulls living in the southern hemisphere, your Leo the Lion friends will be peaking, although attempting to shine their solar disk on Sagittarius for obvious seasonal reasons. It's their time. Bulls who reside in the northern hemisphere will find that your Leo the Lion friends and family members will be tucked away safely into the horizon, where the sun god awaits his quick rebirth after a 3-day sojourn in the depths of the Tuat region. That's kind of where all the, like Hel. Hel is the goddess of, in Norse goddess, Hel is a cold place. It's not a hot place. Hot Hel is for those who are passionate, according to the Zohar, too passionate in a fiery place. Those who are too slothful end up in a frozen place. So I suppose purgatory is for the balanced people who want to hang out on the horizon. Okay. So moving right along. Okay, so these kings under the mountain, these Leos that live in the northern hemisphere, they're kind of kings tucked gently under the mountain, must not be underestimated. Don't underestimate them. Due to their soon-to-quicken solar aspects, regaining influence as the sun once more climbs in ascendancy up into the cold skies above the horizon. Under the earth, they have found various types of radioactive stone, the very ones used by the Lord Jesus Christ to create the universe, casting down matter into the creation of a third-dimensional realm. He cast down the stone as it is radioactive, and it fell through the 10 dimensions. As it did so, it created worlds through the radiation in each of these dimensions. And as it landed upon the earth, it was so small, it got smaller and smaller and smaller until it became an atom, an atum ra. It's all connected, right? So says the Zohar. Excuse me, no matter what hemisphere you live in, Taurus, enjoy the Christmas festivities, and again, don't forget to put a wreath on your door, and be sure to carry a properly chopped down pine tree to the door to be dressed and bear gifts for you and those you love, if you want fertility and prosperity to bring the bull much abundance for you and your family this season. This is a regeneration ritual. It's a Christian regeneration ritual. If you don't do it, you won't be fruitful and multiply with family. You won't have money. Your trees won't bear fruit. Your crops will wither. The oceans will die. You don't want to fall for this nonsense that the Christian regeneration rituals are evil. Because the people that are telling you they're evil are doing their regeneration rituals for their culture. Trust me. And you're not going to do yours, and you're not going to be fruitful, and you're not going to multiply, and you're going to have no money and no children, and they're going to wipe you off the face of the earth. So do your Christian regeneration rituals if you want to live, because it's in your genetics. It's in your blood. All right. This December, Taurus finds Scorpio bearing its seed, bringing to fruition the 23rd runestone seed of Dagaz within the house of Sagittarius. Because we're going from Scorpio to Sagittarius, because that's what the sun's doing. This rune of Dagaz brings the fusion of polar opposites for Sagittarius in December. This mixing of the twin pillars forms the morning dawn, or conversely, the twilight half-lidded eye of evening. This is a gateway for the fire of a new mind, and a gatekeeper who guards his gate with Odin's one eye, focusing upon runes once spied when crucified upon the Yggdrasil tree, 23 being a genetic mixing point in all scientific disciplines. Those out of sight are not out of the mind of Taurus will be the ones to keep Odin's amorous eye upon this month. So they may be out of sight, but they're not out of mind. Those are the ones to pay attention to. Okay? Taurus, love matters. Hail the 9th runestone seed of Hagalaz, just for you, affording Taurus all the power of creation in December. The bull does well to avoid becoming withdrawn in December or allowing the mind to collapse into entropy. You will feel much better, Taurus, if you align yourself with new possibilities and again scan the horizon for all the things you still want from life this month. You have a lot to be thankful for, especially in the area of love, Taurus, so count your blessings. Now, Taurus money matters pull in the energies of the 5th runestone seed of Rado in December. And it'll put you on the right financial path, because it's the pathway of the sun. It's the right financial path. You kind of got to go with it and not go against that particular grain. You don't want to go contrary to the sun in December. You want to go with the sun in December. To continue this good fortune, Taurus should avoid breaking rules. Avoid breaking rules or becoming disordered in your thinking in December. Think with clear and purposeful mind, continuing to be in your self-imposed modes of self-discipline and mindful forethought to achieve even more financial prosperity in the new year just ahead. So in other words, this is not a time to get all up in a frenzy or get all hysterical. Just remain calm. Just stay calm. And everything will be fine. Just do your daily thing. Just don't worry about it. All is well. Taurus health matters bear the fruit of the 19th runestone seed of Awaz, granting a blissful harmony that mends and heals overworked souls, minds, and bodies. A lot of souls came here to help, and they're overworked. So we need healing this month. Taurus should avoid a loss of the self in an attempt to achieve inhuman ideals, because God created you to be you, with your own unique part of the puzzle of creation to be returned to Him when He requires your unique gift. That, that's the promise of the Zohar, that when, and the promise in all the sacred texts, from the Torah to the, New Testament, to the holy writings of the Hindus, and the holy writings of Islam. There's always a promise that if you simply, tend to your little light and you return it, then the Messianic kingdom, immortality, comes for all. Because we all want the same thing. We all just have different genetics, so we need a different sort of, we need different rituals or different, just different words. That's all the same thing that's suited for that particular culture, so to bring out their best, that's all. And the Zohar brings all this together. Kabbalah is the origin of everything. And religions are sort of a spin-off from Kabbalah. Okay, sort of an owner's manual, I suppose, to being human, I suppose. A healthy mind and a healthy body, Taurus, are just what the divine physician ordered for the bull this month. Enjoy yourself this Christmas season and eat smart, but well, for your health, your vitality, your vim and vigor. Be wise, be well, be all you are meant to be, Taurus. Your divine tone of I have has well-deserved fun over the Christmas season in December. Thank you for joining us, Taurus, and join us again next month.